has the shot. There, Scotty's out. The ball goes in. Now you see the whistle. That was a late call.
Didn't see it. Grant is fouled by Patrick Ewing. So that's 2 fouls early on Charles Oakley. Ewing picks up his first foul. And here comes more muscle into the game in the form of Anthony Mason for Oakley. And a lot of folks around the country probably don't know Anthony Mason very well, but he's significant.
This substitution will not hurt New York. Mason is as big and strong as Oakley and quicker and a better offensive player. So they've got a very fine backup in his place.
Horace Grant tough shot. He missed a Pippen with the tip. Pippen's tipping, and it's tied at 4.
Bob, the one thing, I like that. The one thing that New York is not going to face when they face against Detroit was the quickness to the ball and off the floor. Detroit was a strong-arm team. This is a quick team.
Grant bumped Mason on the shot. Empty rush with the call there, and the foul is on Horace Grant. Might mention there are a lot of connections between these two teams. Phil Jackson played 11 years with the Knicks. Didn't play on the 70 championship because he was hurt. Played on the 73. B.J. Armstrong had his career playoff high last year against the Knicks. Cartwright, of course, played for the Knicks and came in the trade for Charles Oakley in the '88 draft, along with some draft choices. Michael Jordan, 29-point average in '91 versus New York, was his series lowest for his career. And Will Perdue has his playoff career high 16 points, 10 rebounds last year. So there are a lot of connections between the way these two teams play with each other. And of course, the people in Chicago, being a former Chicagoan myself, have never liked being called the second seed.
That's right. I saw that today in the paper. Well, the last few times these teams have met in the playoffs, Chicago has definitely gotten the upper hand. 4-2 in '89 and then a sweep last year.
While I'm thinking about it, Stacey King of the Bulls went home with the flu, is not on the bench for Chicago. He has not been playing much in the first round of the playoffs anyway. Ewing rebounds the Cartwright miss. Chicago only 1 for 7 from the floor.
Now you got to watch Michael Jordan retaliate going long. When you take the jump shot, Chicago is going to release. That time Jackson was able to stick it.
8-4 Knicks, 8:10 to go first quarter.
Going inside against Ewing again. See, Cartwright feels very comfortable playing against him, although that shot was blocked because of all the years of practicing each other in New York.
Jordan knocks it out of bounds with 20 on the shot clock. So Ewing with 3 rebounds early and a blocked shot already, playing tough against Cartwright. And Cartwright, as you pointed out, Doug, historically plays Ewing very well.
Well, he knows where Patrick likes to catch the ball, and he bumps him, he gets him off the block, and he's very comfortable with his moves, so he disrupts his timing.
10 seconds to shoot. Mason using his strength.
See, that's too strong. I mean, he missed that shot, but he got the ball deep into the lane. He just pulled that shot.
Knicks back quickly on defense.
See, he's matched up against Scottie Pippen right now.
Pippen is left alone. Bulls are 1 for 8. Make it 1 for 9.
Well, they've not gotten any easy scores. Everything has been worked for, other than the tip in by Scottie Pippen. Everything has been a jump shot. And that's a muscle shot right there.
Rims out of there. Pippen has the run. Bulls have the numbers. 4 on 3.
There's 2. You can count that one.
Good investment. John Paxson's jump shot. Knicks by 2.
When he lets it go, it seems like every one of them is going to go in. It's like Drazen Petrovic in New Jersey now. When he shoots the ball, I feel like every one of them is going in.
Now McDaniel missed. The Knicks have missed the last 3 times down. Bulls battling back, chance to tie. McDaniel fouls Pippen on the drive, and that's where McDaniel has a problem with Pippen. Out on the floor. Timeout, Chicago. 6:51 remaining in the first quarter. You'd think this was Yankees and White Sox, 8-6 here with 6:51 instead of Knicks and Bulls, but both teams can play the defense.
Well, you can see this right here. Games holding their opponents under 100 points. New York was number 1 with 52. Chicago was 3rd with 39. And in those 39 games, they were 38-1. But on the flip side of that, look at scoring under 100 points. Chicago, 3rd in the league, only 7 times. Ironically, 3 of those against the New York Knicks. You can see where New York was 37 times. So obviously the Knicks would like to keep this score around 95 if possible. It's probably the only way they can sneak out a win in here tonight.
Horace Grant, nice give and go to Jordan.
Out of bounds.
That's a turnover. Wave it off.
Michael stepped out of bounds and then had not established himself back on the floor. That was good defense by Wilkins to take away his cut, force him to go out of bounds.
Down to Ewing against Cartwright.
Ewing's waiting for all these bodies to come at him. Against Detroit, he 2, 3, 4 guys on him every time. You can see Chicago's philosophy right now, Bob. They're going to feel Patrick Ewing out. They're not going to make the commitment to come down and get him right now. Probably they will adjust as the game goes on. Ewing loves to spin right shoulder. This time he comes into the lane. The little flip shot, the touch foul, and the score, and the opportunity for the three-point play.
And Patrick Ewing already with 5 rebounds early in this ball game. New York out rebounding Chicago 8-6. Both teams shooting under 30% early in this ball game.
See, Chicago's been off now. I mean, you can expect maybe that their shooting is going to be a little off because they've had about 7 days, 8 days really without a basketball game. For New York, it's probably just a good defense of Chicago.
6:25 to go first quarter. Knicks by 4. Grant isn't going to miss that one. Horace Grant's first basket of the night. Michael Jordan has yet to score.
Up court pressure. You're going to see them try to force some turnovers. Right now, New York's into a pretty good rhythm.
Ewing facing the basket. Spins to the left, and Pippen got a hand on it. 8 to shoot. On 4 to shoot, Mason missing. Rebound McDaniels. He's been an offensive rebounding machine against the Pistons.
See, what happens is Scottie Pippen went to double team, and when he did, he couldn't find Xavier McDaniel on the rebound. There's Michael Jordan.
First points of the game for Jordan. Jordan had a quiet 56.
Yeah, quiet.
Miami. Only player in the history of the game you can say quiet on 56 points. 10 seconds.
McDaniel would like to post up against Pippen. They're really slow getting into this play.
5 to shoot. Beautiful play by the X-Man. Xavier McDaniel with 4 points now.
You know what I like on that? When he took it to the other side of the basket to the opening, had he taken it up on the same side, Pippen would have blocked it from behind with those long arms.
5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Pippen throws it away. Mark.
See, Michael's like a goalie back there. I mean, he saves all these shots, and that should be a 3-on-1 fast break. You got Michael back there, and he stones the guy on the breakaway. That's twice he's done that tonight.
Knicks by 4. 19 seconds to shoot. Wilkins gets away from Jordan on the Ewing pick, but only for a moment.
Let's see if they go back to X-Man, make Scottie Pippen work on the defensive end. Xavier's in a pretty good rhythm right now. Good ball movement by New York. Everybody in this sequence has touched the basketball. I don't like that long jump shot by Ewing, though. I think he can get a better shot against Cartwright than that.
Way out of his range. Ewing can get pushed off the block sometimes by an aggressive defensive center.
New York's doing a good job of plugging the middle on Pippen and Jordan right now, too. They're not giving them that big looping lane inside to get to the basket.
Cartwright with 8 to shoot. Pippen and said, I'll take it, and Cartwright has his first basket of the night. All 5 full start. The double team with his right arm.
Bob, you know, if we get a chance later on to watch being double teamed, and when he does that, he's getting passes deflected. We're going to watch this as this goes along tonight to see if he does a better job. He had trouble passing out of the double team against the Pistons.
Wilkins quickly to the hoop, and then the block. Paxson spots up from Jordan.
He just doesn't miss.
Tied at 14.
Pat Riley wants a timeout. He feels the crowd getting into the ball game.
3:41 to go. 18,646 on their feet at Chicago Stadium. Okay, Coach Collins, you were talking about the weakness of putting the ball behind the back for Patrick Ewing.
Well, you see the double team is big. Now we're going to roll this forward just a little bit. Now hold it right there. See, this is the weakest position in basketball because here comes Scottie Pippen's hand. That pass is going to be deflected. Ewing has got to get that ball squared. Now, he was called for a foul, but he had trouble with that play against the Pistons. He's going to have to do a better job of getting in a position to pass that ball out of the double team.
Tied at 14 following the Pat